This here is a piece of paper. And if we were to fold space-time and connect 2 points of this paper, you might be able to travel through the whole of the paper and come out on the other side. However, on the building site, I'm not trying to fold space-time. Instead, I'm creating an underfloor heating system. But what I do want to do is fold the system so that it goes up a wall, therefore creating more surface area and heating more of the room in small rooms that don't have the surface area required for a normal underfloor heating system. Sounds like science fiction? Come and have a look. So here we go then, we're putting in the wall mounts and they basically should all be at the same level. We're basically using the exterior walls for this system. So you see there on the right, they're actually the pipes for the shower. And this system will go through the wall behind the shower and along the rest of the wall. We're going to attach the pipe now and find out that the pipe is a different size to the bracket, which is a little bit frustrating, so we go for a coffee. So the heating system has to be planned with the correct distance between the pipes, and you also have to have an in and out way when you put the circle in, so that it's not just a chaos. The pipes are really flexible, so you can bend them. There's like an aluminium coating in there that helps them stay once you bend them, plastic and aluminium, which means they're really easy to work with. So the wall heating loops are now in, and because we'll be working with the thermal collector in the garden, the whole heating system will be a lower temperature than normal. So that's basically the reason why we have these additional parts in the smaller rooms here to boost the kind of like thermal presence of the heating system, because we won't be running high temperatures through the loops. Right, so I've been making these boxes to cover up the excess hose. Now the plasterers can come in and stand on this, work on this without damaging the hose of the heating. So, put in a pipe. Down here. So it comes out here. This will be for the central cooling system, for fridges and other cooling devices. Imagine, if you will, a air conditioning unit that goes on the wall. That's how these things kind of look, and it runs its cool pipes in and warm pipes out, and there's an exchange going on. It just means that every kind of fridge or cool drawer, or like those cake display cabinets, are all cooled over one system, which is a little bit more economical. So we'll do that. Look at this. It's as good as new on the outside. We repaired the hole. There's another one that the woodworkers have made. And because you've got to keep the walls intact of your house. I mean, that's like rule number one of having a house. They're finished now, so we're safe. We put the cupboard in front of the damaged part, but basically the blocks just slotted back together and we wedged them back in. And they're holding quite good on their own right now. So, but you can see it's quite interesting in here, like the straw, and it's sort of like a wire that they've got here, where they've just put the whole plasterboard up on there, which is a great efficient technique to do it. I mean, it wasn't a bad finish, to be fair, until a tree hit the wall and pushed it all in. So the warmer weather is here, and we are setting up to complete the lower part of the house wall. That is the lower part that goes underneath the general facade. So this is what we're doing with the XPS blocks. These ones, of course, they're waterproof, and they will be just added on top of where we've already been. We're getting the levels lined up, and then we're going around with our fine cement and sticking these on the house wall, and then we'll have a nice connection between the finished facade, which will be kind of underneath here painted white, and above the blue line a nice wood look. Yeah, we've got time for that now, so we'll crack on with that tomorrow. So each piece of XPS has to be cemented to the wall. The levels here are very important. It has to be a good finish, because this top part of the base of the house is going to be exposed, so you will see it once it's been plastered. And the facade on top obviously has to connect to it, and it should be flush. It should be a good finish. So the distance from the wall is very important. And we set up a string here, you can see, tied to the pole, so we have the distances exact. And then we just try to make sure that each block is exactly flush with the next. So we do it slowly and methodically, using our wire heat cutter as well here to cut the boards, which is pretty useful. It's too small to cut them in the length, so we had to use another method to cut them lengthwise. But yeah, we found a workaround which worked pretty well. We'll keep on cracking on with that.